Guys, it's Fonzie with DipYourCar.com, world famous peelable auto paints. Now it's time, we need a new color on the DYC S3, and I want to do something different this time. Something unique, something we've never done before, something refreshing, a little bit of new flavor. And I think I know exactly what I want to use as my inspiration. A lot of you guys are familiar with that BMW M4 color, the Austin Yellow Metallic. This is a very unique color. You see it on the road, it does catch your eye, and it sticks in your mind. Now again, I want to use this as my inspiration, not going for an OEM color match, but I want to be in that general direction, and I think I know how to do it. I'm going to put an avalanche gray base down first. Then come in with yellow because I want to use yellow as my color base for the pearls. What pearls do I want to use to get a color like this? I'm thinking a 50-50 mix of the olive honey and Saturn Yellow pearls will get me there. So, will I get anywhere close? One way to find out, let's jump right into the project. So we are about 4 pearl coats into this project and we have stopped. Why? Not because the car is finished. We have to actually change directions. Does it look good? Yeah, it does look good, but it doesn't look great, and here's why. The pearls that we used and that we mixed together are the Saturn Yellow and the Olive Honey, and we're going over a yellow base. Here's the thing, whenever you use a pearl that's darker than the base coat, you end up having some coverage issues, and that's what we're experiencing here. The olive honey is actually turning out to be a lot darker than we anticipated. So when the olive honey pearl goes over the yellow base, it creates this almost like a dirt effect. You see the dark pearl kind of speckled throughout the finish. Now granted, you can't see it unless you're 2 or 3 feet away, but this is a car that I drive to the gym and other places, so I really want it to look as good as possible, of course. So we have to go in a completely different direction. What is that new direction? As of right now, I don't know yet. We're going to try and think of some different things, play with the idea, because we want the end result to essentially look the same as the path we were on, but we have to make some adjustments in order to get it done right. So whatever we decide to do, I'm sure I'll describe it to you at the bottom of the screen as we go. Wish us luck. We got to jump back in right now. So we finished up the car and this is how it turned out. So let's just talk about the color first. Did we nail the color? Did we get to where we wanted to go with that Austin Yellow inspiration? 100%. I literally couldn't be happier with the way that this color turned out. I can't wait to drive it and get it on the road. And based on the reaction of our social media posts over the last couple days, this is definitely one of the hottest colors we've done in a long time. So color, nailed it. However, we didn't exactly take the most efficient or effective way to get to that color, because halfway through that path, we hit a roadblock and we had to start fresh. So here's what we learned. Olive honey is too dark of a pearl to go over a yellow base. Now, as a standard, you never really want to use a pearl that's darker than your base color because you're going to end up having some coverage issues, some color issues, and we ran into that here. Now, we thought that mixing the Saturn Yellow and the olive honey together would bring it down a little bit and help it go over the yellow with no problems, but didn't work out that way. And yes, the problems were very minor, but here's the thing. A lot of you guys like to replicate exactly what we do in our videos on your own personal cars. And we knew if we weren't happy with the way that the car turned out, even if it was a B+, it's got to be that A+ level, or else you guys are going to end up with a B+. And that's probably not what you're looking for. You want it to come out as good as possible. So we identified the problem and came up with a way to fix it. Started fresh with a black base, mixed up the pearl in a very high pearl load, 100 grams a gallon, which I don't know if we've ever even done that before in a video. And then we sprayed it on the car and it came out awesome. We ended up with black base, 4 coats of the pearl on top, and then we sealed it in with the frosted Pro line. So here's the thing, if you want to do this color on your car, we've taken all the experimentation out, all of the mistakes are done for you. All you have to do is click right up here and it'll bring you to a Pro car kit that includes everything you need to spray your car in this exact color using the DIY products for a similar finish, and it'll include everything you need from A to Z. Now, if you want to get your car professionally sprayed in this color using Pro line products and you're not able to do it yourself, there's a link in the description box below. It'll bring you to an authorized Dip Your Car installer map, put in your city, your zip code, and you'll find a DYC installer near you to get the job done. So let's get this thing outside so you can check it out. If you have any questions at all, email customerservice@dipyourcar.com, chat with us directly on the website, or call in during business hours. It's Fonzie. Hope you guys enjoy this color as much as I do. I will see you on the next video. All right, a little behind the scenes for you guys right now. What we're basically looking at is a failure on this car. We're gonna need to spray it all over again. Now granted, you can't see anything from 5 or 10 feet away, and if you take a picture or a video of it, it's not gonna show up. But if you get really close to it at the right angle and the light hits it the right way, you can see that dark olive honey pearl sitting on top of the yellow base, and it creates kind of like a dirt effect. It's not perfect, and we want this to come out perfect. I mean, this is one of the cars that I personally drive, so I really wanted to make this color work. So what we're thinking is cover the entire car with a black base and then start fresh using the same pearl combo. Here's the problem. When we did olive honey over a black base 3 or 4, whatever many years ago, it did not cover well at all. I think at a 50 gram per gallon load, I think we did 5, 6, 7 coats of pearl and barely got full, complete coverage. So olive honey doesn't cover black over black very well. Saturn Yellow sure as heck doesn't cover over black very well. So we're taking 2 pearls that don't cover over black very well at all, and trying to use that as our solution. I mean, we may end up going from being screwed full circle all the way around to just end up being screwed again. But here's what I'm thinking. Maybe we just jam so much pearl on the car that we force coverage. And I don't think we've ever done more than a 75 gram per gallon load. I think we go up to 100 on this one. I'm thinking we dump 50 grams of olive honey, 50 grams of Saturn Yellow per gallon, and then just force it to cover. Will that work? I have absolutely no idea, but chances are, if you're watching this video, you already know if it worked or not. So let's see what happens.